TheARMory is really the genesis of my desire to help my own son get to that next level that he was looking to get to. Everyone told us that he didn't throw hard enough to get recruited at the next level. The people that I asked, they said that it was impossible to teach, it's just a gift from God. Well, as a scientist, as a physical therapist, I just refused to believe that. And so I started digging in and doing research, and my journey took me to a place called the Texas Baseball Ranch in Houston, Texas. My friend out there told me a lot about what we could do. I started studying the process, and through a variety of different sources, we sort of came together with this amalgamy of ideas that really resulted in a really efficient program for teaching people how to gain velocity. And as I began to research it even more, being a physical therapist, my physical therapy clinic is just 2 doors down from our place here, I began to realize that the niche was in helping people stay healthy while they develop ability. The key for me is to be able to find that balance between the medical world and the baseball world and help these players thread that needle perfectly so that they can develop their ability and stay as healthy and injury-free as possible. And that's really what we do here, is a hyper-individualization of every single guy's program, so that it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's every guy, as long as you fit within the parameters of safety, everybody's free to develop in their own way. And it's not like your typical pitching lesson. We're not going to sit on a bucket and charge $1 a minute to tell you that you're flying open or you need to keep your elbow up. What we're going to do is examine you for all the variables that the research tells us will either put you at risk for injury or reduce your effectiveness as a pitcher as far as velocity and command go. And then we're going to try to train so that you maximize all of those, that you suppress the things that put you at risk and you maximize your ability to the greatest extent possible. So what we've been able to do is come up with a really well-refined system that allows us to implement this process and to make sure that we leave no stone unturned, that all the variables that would contribute to increased performance and reduce the risk of injury are all covered.
I went to do my first short season of pro ball, and I was about 86 to 89, touching 90. I could throw a lot of strikes, I had some good off-speed stuff, but I wasn't getting pro hitters out. So my agent hooked me up with Randy. We came in and met, and Randy said, you can throw 96. Being a lefty at 96 would help me a lot, along with me being able to throw strikes and the good off-speed stuff. And once the season came around, the results were there. I was sitting 89 to 91, which is where I was previously topping out, and I hit up to 94 this year. ERA dropped over 3 full points, so yeah, it did wonders.
I was 89, 91, I think I touched 93, but I did my first short season in Montana, and everybody in pro ball throws 90, 92 if you're a right-hander. It's just kind of the norm. And to separate myself, I needed to figure out something that was going to get me to that next level. So I came with Randy, and I told him basically what was going on, and he said okay. And the first night I was in there, I hit 95, which is harder than I've ever thrown in my entire life.
Every day at TheARMory, we start with probably a 5 to 10 minute video on your mindset, and it's motivating you to be the best that you can be that day. I'm in the process of talking to affiliated teams about different tryouts, and I have one set up, and part of the reason was because on the phone I could tell them the kind of work that I'm doing here and the kind of numbers and the improvements that I'm seeing. Randy and Ty truly believe that I can go from 88 to 90, touching 91, to 92 to 94, touching 95. And so when I have that in the back of my mind, I know that I can definitely get there. And when I talk to scouts, I'll have that confidence that, when they see me at a tryout, I will be, what they want to see.
I think last fall, they had me in here at TheARMory, and I was at 98. We had scout day last week, and I was 95. Some of them they're still up here. I still come in here in the morning times, around 8, 9 o'clock, a couple times a week.
Anybody who wants the opportunity to play in college at the pro level, he'll give it to you.
I'd say that if you were looking to at least gain velocity, that this is a must. I mean, not only did it help me gain velocity, but I was throwing harder, I was throwing more strikes, my breaking stuff was better, and I just had the confidence to just go right after hitters because, I knew they weren't going to touch me after coming here.
It works. If you're trying to get to the next level, it works. It's it's been proven throughout all the guys that come in here. If you're willing to work hard, and you're willing to trust the system, believe in Randy, you know, it's definitely going to pay off in the future, in the long run.
We have 104 guys that will raise their right hand and say, I wasn't throwing 90 when I got here, and now I am. And we just had our 104th guy the other night. It's been phenomenal. We opened our doors in February of 2011, and in this little place in Brandon, Florida, in the middle of a office plaza, 2 doors down from a physical therapy clinic, that we developed this kind of talent hotbed is really remarkable. And it's just a tribute to the hard work of the kids, dedication of their parents. If you really want to commit to this, make an investment in your future, make an investment in keeping yourself safe and healthy while you develop this ability, and the sky's the limit. You can do anything you want. I think that every single guy out there can learn to throw the ball 90 miles an hour. Every single guy. You just got to have the process to be able to do it.